Cody and Alice with you. Here to bring you episode 6 and 7 review of High School Girl. We got 2 episodes this week instead of 1, since last week we had that delay. And I have to admit, this episodes, both of them were pretty interesting. The first episode was like more of a reunion episode between Ono and Haru, while the second episode was like a date, but it was between Haru and Hidaka, the chick that likes him with the blonde hair. But yeah, I'm gonna start with episode 6. It starts off with Hidaka being happy because she's checking like the bulletin board that they have in Japan that tells you what class you're gonna be in on what floor, and she's happy that she's with Haru this year in the same class, so she gets like super hyped about that. And you know, they start, you know, going. We have the intro, which I love. I'm loving the intro and the ending. The visuals has changed, but the song is still the same, and it's very good. But you have like them in school. They talking and so forth. And after, you know, their school life, Haruko hits the arcade and he's playing Street Fighter. And he's having like this inner dialogue with Gale from Street Fighter, and it's like it's weird because like he's been doing this lately, like since like, you know, the episode where Ono was supposed to leave. Gale was the first gaming character that started talking to him, because that's the one he used the most in Street Fighter. So Gale's talking to him. They talking about like random stuff about the games and stuff, and about how fighting is bad and other stuff like that. Which I'm just loving the comedy in here. The comedy and the slice of life of school is like such a nice blend with gaming at the same time. So it's like, even if you don't like slice of life type anime, this anime keeps you intrigued and you want to learn more. You want to know more about these characters, and you want to know more about like the interaction and how they think about each other. But after school he goes, you know, like I said, he does all that. I mean, in the arcade. And it's funny because before he goes to the arcade, when he was leaving school there, as y'all can see in the thumbnail, there's a shot in the back when he's running out of school of 2 windows. One windows have a group of boys going back and forth, and one of them is important. Now, he's important for this episode and next episode, but mainly this one. But one of the boys in the left window is important for the next episode, so the next, you know, scene to come up. And then in the right window, we see 2 female students talking to a teacher, and one of them is Best Girl Ono. Like it was a really like quick pass by, like. And you know, just wanted to throw that out there before I forget. But yeah, he's in the arcade having an inner dialogue with Gale and whatever, and then he bumps into Hidaka, and she's, you know, she's there just watching him play as always, and they talking. And one of their teachers come in, and Haru does not have his uniform on. I mean, he has his uniform on. Hidaka, she does not. So what they do is they switch places, and he leaves so the teacher won't find him, so he won't get in trouble. You know, in Japan, you know, they look down upon their students who play comic books and read games too much, you know, because that does bring down your score if you do that too much and you don't study. So in Japan and China and other Asian places like that, they do look down upon you, and you do get in trouble for it. So they switch out, and he goes like to hide somewhere in the bathroom and read a comic, which she's taken over from, and she starts to play somebody on the arcade who unlocks a secret character. And the secret character for this Street Fighter game is I always pronounce his name wrong. Akuma. This person starts to play with him, and this person thrashes her easily. And then we find out who it is. We find out it's Ono. Unfortunately, her butler came by and picked her up, and at the same time that she left, Haru came back. And it was just funny because like there's like 3-4 instances through this episode of episode 6 where they like pass by each other, or they're close to passing by each other, but like they never get the chance to meet. But it's also funny because it was mentioned here by some of the guys in the back saying, "Oh, isn't it nice to switch out with your girlfriend?" And she got like super happy about that. Then she also was thinking about marriage for some odd reason. With them, it was just weird. But but he never get caught because the teacher didn't go in there looking for students. He went in there to actually play a game himself, which was the funny part. But yeah, that was basically like that part. But later on in the episode, they do, Haru and Ono actually gets to meet, and he goes to challenge her in Street Fighter, and she runs away. She goes to like another arcade. She tries to hide. Not another arcade, but she goes to like another game system in the arcade, and she's hiding pretty well until a sudden accident happened where Haru's depressed, about to walk out, and these two grown men who are arguing bumped into him and pushed him down. And he taps into her game system, and he puts, and by accident when he hits the button, it sends into co-op mode. So now he's forced to play co-op with her. And she seems kind of upset about it. So she starts picking on him. She starts taking all the food. When he has low HP, she starts like to tap him and jab him a little bit. Sometimes she'll pick up the enemy and like put him next to him and stuff like that. And he's like really upset and crying because he feels like he's like way below her, and how much she's improved, and also how he's being treated. So all that accumulates to that, which is funny. But they eventually get to beat the game and whatever, and they, and what I love about like all female characters is like she doesn't speak. She basically it's her actions, the way she moves, and what she does that you have to like read in between the lines and figure out. She doesn't speak. Now we're not sure if she doesn't speak because she can't speak, or she chooses not to. We did hear her crying a couple of episodes back, so maybe she can speak, but who knows? Maybe that's gonna be a plot twist later on. Maybe she can't speak. So there's been a theory floating around. That's the reason why she doesn't talk to nobody, especially Haru. But they leave in the arcade, going their separate ways. She gets picked up by her butler. They driving off. He's about to turn and walk home, and guess who is just there, passing by and sees all this? Hiraka. And of course she feels some type of way because she likes Haru, so she starts to think, what's their relationship, and why did they meet up together this late at night in the arcade and stuff like that. And we just had this nice piano melody that's going on in the background. I loved it a lot. It was very good. But yeah, episode 6 was the reunion between them, and it was a very good episode. A very funny episode too. But yeah, that was good. Now episode 7, which I call this the dating episode. And sadly it wasn't between Ono and Haru, with Haru and Hiraka. They go on this class trip to, I believe, Kyoto. And before they go here and they're packing up and stuff, Hiraka buys a Street Fighter game, and she starts bragging about how I have it. And she's hoping, in the class that Haru will ask her, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to your house and play with you. Things don't end up how she wants it to, and he ends up saying, hey, can I borrow it? So she gets upset. She's like, no, I want to play it, man. And he's like, oh, I see, you want to play it until you get better than me. That's cool. Go ahead and try, and stuff like that. And then they bring up Haru. Not Haru. They bring up to Haru Ono, that she was the girl from the arcade that beat her and that took her winning streak and stuff like that. But he starts to catch on, and he's like, is it really her? And she even passes by him, and they look, and he's like, he freezes. And they even ask him, what's your relationship with her since you guys went to elementary school, and what she's like, with one of his friends. And he didn't really answer that at that moment. But then, we get a lunch break, and they get a lunch break, and he's eating lunch while reading comics. And this guy tells Haru to meet him in the gym. So, and it's funny because this is exactly where he's at, reading his comic book while eating, and there's other people there playing basketball. And oh no, she's nice. She meets him there, and this guy has two friends behind him trying to back him up and give him like that wingman push that he needs to confess. And he confesses to her, and she just completely turns him down. She just doesn't say nothing. So this guy out of anger starts attacking Haru, saying, "Why are you here? Why are you laughing? Why are you looking?" and stuff like that. And he was like, "Well, I was eating lunch." And he just starts picking on him because that's the nearest person around. And then he comes out with, "You went to elementary school with, oh no, what is she to you?" And he was thinking, how to answer this question. And he had different things that he wanted to say, but he didn't want to give no one the wrong impression. So being a young guy, put in that situation, of course he came up with something stupid. And he said, "Oh, she's a thorn on my side." And that really got her upset, so she storms off. He runs after her, but after they catch up and he asks her for advice of how to, unlock Akuma, the game character, because that had to be her who played with him. She just ignores him and walks away. And then we got the next day when they go on this school trip, like I said, to Kyoto, or Kyoto, however you pronounce it. Forgive me, my Japanese ain't perfect. They go in their break. They go, to the train. And we had this funny scene where the teacher's saying, "I hope you didn't sneak no game system in." And he's like, "Oh, no. I know there's a time and place for everything in games." And then when she walks away, he smiles because he has like a whole bag full of like controllers and adapters and memory cards and games and his system in there and stuff. And his friends are just shaking their head. And then in front of him, the seat in front of him is where Hidaka is sitting. And she's like shaking her head and she's like, "Why don't you put the games away and let's just enjoy this field trip?" And he was like, "No." But it was a funny, quick scene. And it gets funnier because this is like the second half of the episode. And the teacher that was playing games in the last episode, in episode 6, got sick from the train. So he gives Haru money to go buy some ginger tea and some other tea for the students and himself. And where Haru's going over there, Hidaka just came back from her buying some snacks. And she noticed they're about to leave, and he still is, not coming. So she runs out there to help him, and they trying to hurry up. All of a sudden, boom, the train leaves them. So, they have like this comedic aspect where she's worried, and he's like super optimistic about it and doesn't care. But optimistic about it, I mean. And he comes up with this idea of, well, let's just keep walking upwards until we can catch a bus the rest of the way. And we eventually get there. So they're walking up to a bus station. They bump into this place, which I don't know how to pronounce the name of it. I just call it Arcade Heaven. But basically it's like this whole street area full of arcades. And then like a candy drink shop with snacks and food inside. So they stay there playing for a while. They go up and they finally go to the bus stop. And they take the bus back. And when they take the bus back, it's late, of course. All this walking and taking the bus and whatever to Kyoto. But they get there. The teacher starts screaming and blaming Haru and the other teacher that sent them to get the drinks about why they late and why this accident happened. But luckily no one was hurt and everything went out right. And then we found out that a lot of the students were spreading rumors about Haru taking Hidaka to a love hotel because they got stranded and other stuff like that. And I'm like, whoa, these kids are only like 14, 15 and they talking about all this serious stuff. I'm like, but that's what makes it funny too, because it's done in an anime format. So, but Haru goes to the bathroom and he realized that the bathroom sign had another sign on top saying the arcade. It's at the left side. So Haru's like, ooh, arcade. So he sneaks over there, and guess who he bumps into? He bumps into Ono. And he starts talking to Ono about his day and what happened. And from her being happy that she bumped into him, now she's upset because he's talking about his day with the other girl. And she goes up to him angry to stomp his foot, and he's like, "Ha! I dodged that one." Then she turns around to, stomp away, and her hair slaps him in the face. And I'm like, wow, this guy can't catch a break for nothing. But that was basically the end of the episode. This episode was more of a date between Hidaka and Hiro, and some extra like slice of life school stuff. But again, these episodes, even though they're slice of life mixed with gaming and comedy, it does a really good job in blending them together. So yeah, it was real good. I want to apologize for this video always coming out late on a Sunday instead of a Saturday. The reason why is because it doesn't come out on Crunchyroll or Funimation, because I'm subscribed to both and I don't find it nowhere in those lists, so I have to use other websites, quote unquote, to try to find them. Same thing with the seven Deadly Sins. The anime is not on neither of those websites, so it's like I gotta use like underground websites to find them. But that's why High School Girl is always coming out late on a Sunday for me. And I'm happy that we got 2 episodes this week, so I do a double review. But yeah, tell me what you thought of these 2 episodes, the reunion episode and the date episode. Tell me your thoughts, comments, and opinions about it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't watched the episode, I say go watch it. And if you already watched it, go watch it again. Really good episode. But yeah, this is Holding the Atlas, and I'll see you in the next time.